If a thing loves, it is infinite, lives in eternity's sunrise. The soul of sweet delight can never be defiled. As a man is, so he sees. As the eye is formed, such are its powers. Active evil is better than passive good. The man who never in his mind and thoughts traveled to heaven is no artist. Every harlot was a virgin once. Eternity is in love with the productions of time. No bird soars too high, if he soars with his own wings. The fool who persists in his folly will become wise. If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite. The hours of folly are measured by the clock. But of wisdom, no clock can measure. You never know what is enough, unless you know what is more than enough. If the sun and moon should ever doubt, they'd immediately go out. Exuberance is beauty. The weak encourages strong in cunning. The road of excess leads to the palace of wisdom. A fool sees not the same tree that a wise man sees. Art is the tree of life. Science is the tree of death. The eye altering, alters all. In seed time learn, in harvest teach, in winter enjoy. Where mercy, love, and pity dwell, there God is dwelling too. Prudence is a rich, ugly, old maid courted by incapacity. Do what you will, this world's a fiction and is made up of contradiction. What is the price of experience? Do men buy it for a song? Or wisdom for a dance in the street? Think in the morning. Act in the noon. Eat in the evening. Sleep in the night. Art can never exist without naked beauty displayed. The true method of knowledge is experiment. He who desires, but acts not, breeds pestilence. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. The thankful receiver bears a plentiful harvest. The man who never alters his opinions is like standing water, and breeds reptiles of the mind. It is easier to forgive an enemy than to forgive a friend. Energy is an eternal delight, and he who desires, but acts not, breeds pestilence. The tigers of wrath are wiser than the horses of instruction. For everything that lives is holy, life delights in life. What is now proved was once only imagined. Imagination is the real and eternal world, of which this vegetable universe is but a faint shadow. When a sinister person means to be your enemy, they always start by trying to become your friend. To generalize is to be an idiot. Excessive sorrow laughs. Excessive joy weeps. Always be ready to speak your mind, and a base man will avoid you. Travelers repose and dream among my leaves. Opposition is true friendship. Prisons are built with stones of law. Brothels with the bricks of religion. To the eyes of a miser, Guinea is more beautiful than the sun, and a bag worn with the use of money has more beautiful proportions than a vine filled with grapes. Those who restrain their desires do so because theirs is weak enough to be restrained. He whose face gives no light shall never become a star. The difference between a bad artist and a good one is, the bad artist seems to copy a great deal. The good one really does. To see a world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Love to faults is always blind, always is to joy inclined. Lawless, winged, and unconfined, and breaks all chains from every mind. Without contraries is no progression. Attraction and repulsion, reason and energy, love and hate, are necessary to human existence. The foundation of empire is art and science. Remove them or degrade them, and the empire is no more. Empire follows art and not vice versa, as Englishmen suppose. He who binds to himself a joy does the winged life destroy. But he who kisses the joy as it flies lives in eternity's sunrise. What is grand is necessarily obscure to weak men. That which can be made explicit to the idiot is not worth my care. Love seeketh not itself to please, nor for itself hath any care, but for another gives its ease, and builds a heaven in hell's despair. Poetry fetters the human race. Nations are destroyed or flourish in proportion as their poetry, painting, and music are destroyed or flourish.